Hello and welcome to Caravan Salon 2021, so 2022 range from Adria. This vehicle here, it's an Active Pro, that's its name. It's a car which can be used for camping purposes if you're not too bothered about not having sanitary facilities. This thing here is going to cost in excess of 60,000 euros. It is on a Renault Traffic, and some more details of it, well, there you go. So you can put the ready to go. It weighs 2,400 and you put it up to 2,960, so it gets a huge amount of payload, so 500 kilos of payload, and that's ready to go. So proper motorhomes would be really jealous of a payload like that, but let's bear in mind that it's a car, and it's a car because it doesn't have any sanitary facilities in it. This is my new definition. I feel I can define things, and from now on a camper van has to have a place to a toilet and to wash yourself with. Aha, you may be saying, but what about a porta potty, which will no doubt go down here? Well, I don't think there's enough room for porta potty down here, in my opinion. And I can see that this is broken, so I'm not going to push it out any further. It wasn't me that broke it. This is the first time I've been in this van, and then it says there, don't touch this one, so we won't touch that one. What do you think of this? This is a very new style for 2022 on cooking, and that is to have the hobs exposed in this manner. This one here comes from Thetford, so this, I think, is the first time I've seen the Thetford version of it. I've seen other Thetford versions with the exposed hobs in camper vans and indeed a motorhome, but I think it's the first time I've seen it like this, with this unit here, with this tiny sink here. Tiny sink like that is okay, I think, in a washroom. I'm not so convinced of it in a kitchen. Having said that, look at this. What this does offer is this will close, and you've got all of this space here to, stick flowering plants on, to let your dog sit on it, to paint photographs. There's a new one, and the likes. So you've got all that space. This here is a fridge. It says please don't touch, so I won't. Right, so you got 5 belted positions. You can make a bed out of this. Thing comes forward. So there's the rock and roll, it's called, and well, they've been on the go for 40 years plus. And up here the bed comes down. Let's put the bed down. It's nice and light. See that? I did that all with one hand, and whilst it's down, you can see that you can actually sit down here with the bed down, should you so desire. You could even sleep down here with the bed down, because bear in mind, in the winter it's going to be a bit cold in that tent. Indeed, I wouldn't bother going in the tent at all. Right, the table, however, is a really good size, in my opinion. I think that's a great size for a tent. In fact, I even prefer an even bigger one, but I don't think that's all that possible. And you say, it looks a bit flimsy. It's a bit flimsy because it hasn't caught on here properly. Is there a reason why it hasn't caught on here properly, or has somebody broken this as well? No, that's broken, actually. I can see it's broken. So but that wasn't me. I was not here, and the dog is my witness. Right, so we'll push this back up. I can see how light it is, and we'll come round to this side. So here, this is a good place. You've got access to the fridge if you want to sit here, and also you can get out the van really quickly if you needs be. Right, there we have the electric. So you've got 2 USBs here. Webasto heating. Well, it makes sense to use the diesel tank when you've got next to no room inside anyway. So gas is for cooking only, means you get a tiny these really small gas containers. I bought a van in January 20 2011, and I sold it in September 2012. I never once replaced the gas, and I was living in it. So that shows how long lasts for ages. Okay, the winter I was in the United States and I wasn't living in it, but other than that, I was 3 months in the US, but the rest of the time I was living in it. So more than a year I was living in it. So you can see how it's charging and how much water you've got and all the rest of it. Right, let's now go around to the back and see what's happening there. One little detail I did want to give you, which I can't, is okay. There's room for 200 ampere hour batteries, and the Webasto is an option, and nothing. Oh, that's the information I wanted. Fresh water tank 20 litres, waste 30 litres. So there's more in the wastewater tank than. But you've got to say this, hey, maybe what they're including is if you drink the water, you drink the beer you brought with you, and then you stick all that in the wastewater tank. That could be what they're thinking of. I don't know. I'm just guessing. That would mean, of course, you're going to have to urinate in the sink. And if you're going to urinate in the sink, you may as well just urinate in a totally different bottle and dump it somewhere. That's my suggestion. In fact, that's what I do. I just urinate into a bottle, and then you can get disposed of just about anywhere. When I'm wild camping, but when I'm on site, as I am now, I just use the toilet, same as everybody else. And that keeps the tank, the cassette. It means I can go longer with one cassette. In fact, I can go a month on one cassette dump. Anyway, so that's a little bit of advice. You may be saying that's not a very pleasant subject while I'm eating my tea. Yes, indeed it is. It isn't. That's why I put my videos up at 8:15 UK time. So you should have finished your tea by then. Right, tent in the roof. Okay, it's under 5 meters. That's positive. It's quite wide, and the Traffic is a wideish van, but it's a bit wider than its competitors. But it's it's a car. It's not. You can't do any serious camping in it. I mean, it's all right if you sort of get stuck somewhere, right? So there's a big tailback going between here and Munich, for example, and you think, oh, I'm not going to make it home now, am I? So I may as well just pull off the road and go to sleep. Yeah, that's fair enough. It's for something like that, but you're not really seriously going to be able to do any camping in something like this. And it's 60,000 euros. What you can get a camper van, right? You can get one of these things. I'm using the same company, Adria, which I don't particularly recommend, but you use the same. Now, what's the difference between one of these? Well, one of these, let's say smallest proper camper van, 6 meters, so it's a meter longer. You're going to have to find more space. It's not much wider, so from that point of view. The thing is the height, and if you keep it in a garage, or you live in the flats and you've got an underground garage or something like that, then there is a little bit of a difference there. So, horses for courses, so to speak. For me personally, the fact that I can keep a little girl here sort of talking to me, they put me off my speech now. Anyway, I think you know what I wanted to say. For me, the important thing is to have a toilet and a shower. Anyway, today's the professionals' day, so I imagine that little girl's got a RV, a dealership or something like that. That's what I say. I like to see the kids getting out, doing business at an early age, better than going to school. That's great. So, anyway, this is me. This isn't me. This is a gentleman with a suit on. But I am me, and I'm the one doing the talking. And I'm the one in Dusseldorf, Germany, at Caravan Salon. This is the Adria Active Pro, and I don't think it's either active, nor do I think it's pro, but that's my opinion. Thanks very much for watching, and all the best.
Das geht weg. Also, es geht jetzt nur um die Ideenoptik, würde ich sagen. Da oben das große Fenster drin. Wenn